Hi guys, it's me again, and I just thought it'd be really cool to talk about something that's animated that is not anime. So we're going to be talking about some cartoons, and in order to save some time to do with these cartoons, because it would literally take me forever to talk about each one, I'm just going to tell you the name of them and we will just go with that. I might do like a brief, talking about it so that this video gets a little more interesting than just me saying names or whatever. I have my handy dandy little notebook here with all my entries wrote down. So this is a top 10, but it's not in like any order. This is just shows I think you should like watch if you've not. So it shows that I enjoy, that I hope others enjoy as well. If you like any of these shows, comment down below or give me a thumbs up. Also, if you've never heard of any of them, you can comment that down below. If you know where to watch any of them, again, comment. So let's do it. I'll start with number 10, and I'm just going to say this is this one took me a little bit to get into. I didn't start watching this show until my later teens, or I might have been 13 or 14 or something. I can't really remember. Anyway, it's The Simpsons. So The Simpsons is this show that basically started all of the what we'll call adult animation for this video. That's what we're gonna call it, okay? And I don't think The Simpsons is like super vulgar compared to some other like animated shows that I've seen. So The Simpsons is pretty good, and I don't really know what you would do about like the age limit on that. I don't know how old you would have to be to watch this show, because there's some touchy subjects, but also it's like they're not super, terrible. So I don't really know, but it's a good show. I recommend it. Number 9 is American Dad, which is another one of those adult animated shows. The same person that created Family Guy created American Dad. That's Seth MacFarlane. The dude's super talented. He can do literally any voice, it seems anyway. Like, he voices a bunch of characters. So I honestly, I could just go on and on about that, because that's talent, just me. But with American Dad, I recommend you be a little bit older, because like, it's a show about political stuff, political nonsense, basically. It's basically like Seth MacFarlane is making fun of America, pretty much. There's really no other way to put it. It has satire. It talks about extremism with the left and the right as far as, politics goes. And it's done in such a clever way, but some of the vocabulary is maybe not appropriate for some younger viewers. Another thing, if you're watching this and you're like a parent and your child wants to watch any of these shows, I recommend you go and look up the age restriction on the shows, because I actually don't know how old you have to be or what the recommended thing is. So I'm just telling you what I like. I just wanted to say that real quick. I'm just telling you some of the shows I like. So anyway, moving away from American Dad to an actual kids cartoon, actually. The Loud House, which is the newest, well, it's not the newest, but it is a new Nickelodeon cartoon that I feel like is very progressive for Nickelodeon, because it talks a lot about just love, and it deals with some I mean, I guess you would consider it progressive, like topics with relationships and stuff. So it's basically like if you like a boy, you like a boy. If you like a girl, you like a girl. They don't have this like coming out of the closet thing. It's just like you are that, and that's how it is. So I think that's really cool and really progressive for a Nickelodeon show. So anyway, number 7 is Family Guy, which I mentioned earlier. Seth MacFarlane does a bunch of voices for the characters. But Family Guy is my go-to show for like comfort because I have been watching that show for quite some time. The vocabulary in Family Guy is a little bit more kind of like American Dad. It's a little iffy at times. There's going to be some words you're going to hear that you may not like or want a younger person to hear, so I'm just warning you. Some of the topics are like that too. See, Family Guy is more of like an outrageous kind of cartoon, so it's like there's some crazy topics going on. There's some crazy stuff. Also, ignore that. I can't really control that sound. Sorry. But, I mean, I could go on and on and on for days about Family Guy. But, I think I'll just leave it with that and just let you kind of watch, make your own decision on that. So, yeah, number 6, Steven Universe. So, anyone that, like, knows me personally knows that I love Steven Universe. Like, I recommend Steven Universe to everyone. If I talk to you, I have recommended this show at least once. Like, if I talk to you on the daily or something, if I haven't recommended it, you need to watch it. Steven Universe is, I mean, it's just beautiful, number 1, animation-wise. Really pretty looking. But it has, or it kind of talks about love and acceptance and trying to figure out who you are and where you belong in the world. And I feel like everyone can relate to that on some level. So I think that's why I like the show so much. It's relatable. And yeah, so if you like any of that, or if you just really like animation, definitely watch this one. I recommend. It is a really good show. Number 5 is The Amazing World of Gumball. This show is kind of hard to explain, but it's got some really pretty animation as well. These next couple of shows, I'm probably going to brag about the animation. Sorry, but it is. It's really cool because they'll take, sometimes they'll take like 3D things and put it in like a 2-dimensional like world. I don't know how to describe this. It's really cool looking, and it's got your lovable characters. It's really cute. Plus, it's like the family is supposed to be like cats and bunny rabbits, and they have like a goldfish. Come on, guys, this is so good. It's so good though. If you can get somewhere to watch this one, watch it. It is really cute. And this is a kid's cartoon. The Amazing World of Gumball is. So it's okay for your kids to watch. Number 4 is Adventure Time, which I went through a huge, when I first started watching Adventure Time like phase. And I drew a little bit of fan art here and there. I still love Adventure Time. I love the artwork. I love the voice actors. I love the feel. I love the colors and everything, man. It is really colorful. This is also a kid's cartoon, so but it is about Finn and Jake. Finn is a human, and he's trying to figure out, like, he is living in a post-apocalyptic world, and he is trying to figure out where all the humans went, what happened. He's just figuring out his life, and it is really cool. It's also kind of like a random kind of cartoon sometimes. The first, like, season of Adventure Time, because of the, the time period it came out. I believe it was like 20, I want to say 10 or 11, 12, something like that. You're going to have to look that up. I know I got that wrong. But because it's that time frame, it's kind of like a random thing sometimes. It just focuses on the adventure part of it. But as you go down in the seasons, you'll see more of Finn figuring out his life and stuff. So, super cool, really colorful kids cartoon that you need to watch. So, alrighty. Number 3 is an oldie but a goodie, SpongeBob. So when I say SpongeBob, I'm kind of referring to the older SpongeBobs. I've watched some of the newer ones. I guess probably for kids today, they're like kind of funny, but they kind of confuse me. Some of them do. But the older ones are kind of my favorite. It could be the nostalgia kicking in, but I mean, to me, they're funnier. I don't know. I feel like they're funnier. But I love SpongeBob. That's part of my childhood. I have been raised on SpongeBob, basically. So, yeah. I was pretty young when SpongeBob came out, actually. I remember watching it and just really liking it, and just kind of, I always loved the like the Christmas episodes and the Halloween one and stuff. Like, that's when you knew. But my favorite one is the Band Geek episode, because if you don't know, I'm a former high school band member, so I played the trumpet. Anyway, skipping over that. Number 2 is Rick and Morty. Honestly, I cannot talk enough about this one because I love it so much. This is another one of those adult cartoons. It's got some like strong language and subject matters, so I don't recommend that your kids watch this one. But I didn't get into this one when it first came out. It took me a while. I had a friend tell me about it, and I went and watched it, and I really loved it. So if you like science fiction, if you're a fan of Back to the Future, you'll probably like this one. It kind of has the same dynamic as Back to the Future, except for it's a family instead of like a random, like older man and young teenager. So it's like it's a family dynamic, but they're kind of like dysfunctional. So yeah, it's a really good one. If you like science fiction, you should watch it. I believe the same people that worked on Adventure Time, also, some of them worked on Rick and Morty, so it's really good. They're on season 3 right now, so you still have time to get caught up. I recommend you binge watch this one. It's really good. Really good, guys. Alright. And number 1. This doesn't mean this is my favorite, by the way. I'm just, like I mentioned earlier, I just made a list of stuff. So, number 1 is Bob's Burgers, which, when I first watched, I didn't exactly think I was going to like this one. Well, I mean, I did like it when I first watched it, but I mean, I didn't know, like, what else they could do with it. But I first saw it, and I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cute. It's a family. It's another one of those. I guess it's technically categorized as an adult cartoon as well. But, yeah, I mean, I got some laughs out of it. It was a pretty good show. It is, I mean, it's not like super vulgar or anything. It's just, I think sometimes some of the stuff they talk about could be considered like a little off-putting or whatever. It's kind of like a random kind of factor to it. I don't really know how to describe it. It's so hard to describe this one. Like, it really is. but you got Bob and his family. He's running like a burger place, and I don't know how to even put it into words, but you should check it out. It's really good. My two favorite characters are Tina and Louise. I like Jean too. It's pretty cool. Also kind of like Linda. Anyway, whole family it's cool. It's just a really good show. So if you like something that's kind of like relaxed with a little bit of comedy and kind of random stuff happening, I recommend you watch Bob's Burgers. Also, if you like burgers, you should watch it too. It's cool. But anyway, guys, thanks a whole lot for watching. This has been my top 10 animated shows that I love. So if you've not already, please go down there and click that subscribe button, because that helps me a lot. Basically, it tells me that people are enjoying what I'm making. So if you liked this video, you can give it a thumbs up. Also, that also tells me that I'm making something worth watching. You can also go down below if you want and comment which one was your favorite, which one was your least favorite, and just talk amongst yourselves, because I want to create a community back and forth with you guys. Also, if you want to talk to me about any of these animated shows that you just heard me speak about, you can contact me on any of my social medias down below. So it's cool. Just give me a message. Say, hey, I really like whatever show, and we'll talk about it if you want. But yeah, if you guys are wondering, I do watch other TV besides anime, and I wanted to make a video talking about that. But anyway, I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye.